When we talk about achieving truly clear, healthy skin, we can't just focus on what's visible on the surface. The truth is, most of what we see, those breakouts, clogged pores, or blackheads, is only the result of what's happening underneath. Your skin is a living organ, constantly working to protect you, renew itself, and maintain balance. But when that balance gets disrupted by excess oil, buildup of dead cells, or inflammation, the result starts to show up right where you don't want it, your face. That's why before we talk about cleansing or treating acne, it's so important to understand what's really going on beneath the surface. Every pore on your face is like a tiny tunnel that leads to an oil gland below the skin. These glands produce sebum, the natural oil that keeps your skin soft and flexible. In the right amount, that oil is your friend. It forms a protective barrier and prevents dryness. But when there's too much oil, or when dead skin cells and debris collect inside the pores, that tunnel becomes blocked. The trapped oil has nowhere to go, and that's when you start seeing blackheads, whiteheads, or inflamed pimples. It's a natural process, but it's also one that can spiral out of control if the skin's balance is constantly disturbed. What makes things worse is that so many people attack the problem from the wrong direction. They scrub too hard, use harsh products, or try to dry their skin out completely, thinking that will stop breakouts. But skin doesn't work that way. When you strip it of its natural oils, it panics and produces even more to compensate. That leads to a vicious cycle: more oil, more blockages, more breakouts. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. The real solution starts with restoring that internal balance, respecting your skin's natural function instead of fighting against it. You also have to think about your skin barrier, the invisible shield that keeps moisture in and harmful irritants out. When this barrier is damaged, even the gentlest products can sting or cause redness. Pollution, over-cleansing, and inconsistent skincare habits all weaken it over time. Once the barrier is compromised, inflammation kicks in, bacteria can spread more easily, and healing slows down. That's why understanding the root cause of acne and blackheads isn't just about what's clogging your pores, it's also about how strong and healthy your skin barrier really is. A weak barrier means your skin is constantly in defense mode, reacting to every change instead of staying calm and stable. Hormones, genetics, and lifestyle all play a role too. During stress, for example, your body releases cortisol, which triggers more oil production and inflammation. That's why you might notice a breakout before a big event or during a hectic week. The same goes for diet. Too much sugar or dairy can affect how your body regulates oil and inflammation. So when you look in the mirror and see new blackheads or acne spots, remember, it's not just about dirty skin or bad luck. It's your body communicating that something deeper is out of sync, whether it's internal stress, imbalance, or irritation. This is where patience and understanding come in. You can't fix what's happening beneath the surface overnight. The skin renews itself in cycles, usually around 28 days, so real change takes consistency and care. When you commit to treating your skin gently, giving it the right ingredients, and protecting it from the factors that disrupt it, you're not just clearing acne, you're building long-term health from within. And that's something no quick fix can ever achieve. A deep facial cleansing routine only works if it's based on this foundation of understanding. When you cleanse with intention, choosing products that support the skin barrier, using the right temperature of water, and taking the time to remove impurities without stripping, you're not just cleaning your face, you're teaching your skin to function properly again. You're helping it breathe, renew, and stay balanced. It's a process that goes far beyond what you can see in the mirror, and that's exactly where real transformation begins. Because clear skin doesn't start with the products on your shelf. It starts with knowing your skin from the inside out, respecting what it needs, and helping it do what it's designed to do naturally. Cleansing is one of those steps that everyone thinks they've already mastered, yet it's often where most skincare routines start to fall apart. People tend to underestimate how important it really is, thinking it's just about washing a face quickly before bed or scrubbing away makeup after a long day. But a proper cleanse is so much more than that. It's the foundation that sets the stage for everything else you do. When cleansing is done right, every serum, treatment, or moisturizer that follows works better because your skin is clean, receptive, and balanced. When it's done wrong, even the best products can't perform because they're sitting on top of leftover residue and trapped oil. Your cleanser isn't supposed to punish your skin, it's supposed to support it. There's a big difference between removing dirt and stripping away what your skin actually needs to stay healthy. Harsh foaming washes, overuse of alcohol-based cleansers, or cleansing too often can throw your skin into panic mode. When that happens, your skin compensates by producing even more oil, leading to congestion and, ironically, the very breakouts you were trying to prevent. The goal of cleansing isn't to make your face squeaky clean. It's to leave your skin fresh, comfortable, and balanced. If your face feels tight or dry afterward, that's your skin telling you that you've gone too far. The temperature of the water you use also matters more than most people realize. Hot water can feel relaxing, but it actually strips away natural oils and weakens your barrier over time. Lukewarm water is the sweet spot. It dissolves oil and dirt effectively without causing irritation. And when you're rinsing, make sure you're thorough. So many people spend time lathering their cleanser but rush the rinse. Residual product left on the skin can clog pores, especially around the hairline, jaw, and nose. Taking an extra 30 seconds to rinse completely can make a huge difference. Now let's talk about method. Cleansing isn't a race, it's a ritual that deserves a little time and attention. Massaging your cleanser into the skin for at least 30 to 60 seconds allows it to break down impurities more effectively. Use gentle, circular motions, focusing on areas where oil and debris tend to collect, the sides of the nose, the chin, and the forehead. That short moment of massaging also boosts circulation, helping your skin look more radiant and awake. It's a simple act that turns a daily task into a form of care, and that mindset is what builds consistency over time. For people dealing with acne or blackheads, double cleansing can be a game changer. The first step, usually with an oil-based cleanser or micellar water, helps break down sunscreen, makeup, and sebum, the things that regular cleansers often can't remove fully. The second step, with a gentle water-based cleanser, sweeps away sweat, bacteria, and any leftover residue. It's like clearing the path twice to make sure nothing blocks your pores. But even here, moderation is key. If you overdo it, you risk damaging your skin barrier. Think of double cleansing as a tool you use wisely, especially at night when your skin has collected a day's worth of buildup. And then there's the question of how often to cleanse. Morning and night are usually enough. In the morning, you're removing the light layer of oil and sweat that builds up overnight. At night, you're washing away everything your skin has faced throughout the day: pollution, bacteria, makeup, sunscreen, and environmental debris. Skipping your evening cleans is like going to bed without brushing your teeth. It's just not an option if you want clear, healthy skin. Choosing the right cleanser for your skin type is another small detail that makes a big difference. If you have oily or acne-prone skin, look for gel-based or foaming cleansers with ingredients like salicylic acid or tea tree extract to help unclog pores gently. If your skin leans dry or sensitive, creamy or hydrating cleansers with ceramides or glycerin help maintain that essential moisture barrier. The right cleanser won't just clean your skin, it will leave it feeling balanced and calm. Cleansing might seem like a small step, but it's the cornerstone of every skincare routine. It's where everything begins and often where everything goes wrong if it's ignored or rushed. Taking a little extra time, using the right technique, and understanding what your skin needs in that moment can completely change the way your skin behaves. A proper cleanse is not about perfection, it's about preparation. Because when you get that first step right, your skin is ready to do what it's meant to do: heal, renew, and glow. Exfoliation is one of those steps that sounds simple enough, but it's often where people go wrong. Some think the harder they scrub, the better their skin will look. Others skip it completely because they're afraid of irritating their face. The truth sits somewhere in the middle. Exfoliation is essential for clear, smooth skin, but it has to be done with care, consistency, and understanding. When done properly, it helps dissolve the buildup of dead cells and oil that block pores, making it one of the most powerful tools for preventing acne and blackheads. But when it's done too aggressively, it can damage the skin barrier, trigger inflammation, and set you back weeks. So the secret isn't just exfoliating, it's knowing how to do it right. Your skin naturally sheds dead cells every few weeks, but this process slows down over time or gets disrupted by things like stress, pollution, or hormones. When those dead cells cling to the surface instead of shedding properly, they mix with oil and debris, forming plugs inside your pores. That's how blackheads and breakouts begin. Exfoliation helps speed up this renewal process, clearing the surface and giving your skin a smoother texture and brighter tone. It's like helping your skin let go of what it doesn't need anymore, so the fresh, healthy cells underneath can shine through. There are two main types of exfoliation: physical and chemical. Physical exfoliation uses a scrub or tool to manually remove dead skin cells. When done gently, it can make your skin feel instantly refreshed. But the key word here is gentle. Many scrubs use large, uneven particles that can create micro tears in the skin, leading to redness or sensitivity. Think of it like sanding wood. You wouldn't use rough sandpaper on something delicate. Choose finely milled particles or soft brushes if you prefer physical exfoliation, and use them with light pressure. It should feel like a massage, not a workout. Chemical exfoliation, on the other hand, relies on ingredients like alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, and beta hydroxy acids, BH, to dissolve the bonds between dead cells. AHAs like glycolic or lactic acid Work on the surface, helping with texture dullness and fine lines. BAs like salicylic acid go deeper into the pores to remove oil buildup, making them perfect for blackheads and ache-prone skin. What makes chemical exfoliants so effective is that they work gradually, without friction. They let the skin shed naturally, which often leads to a smoother, more even complexion over time. But more isn't always better. Over-exfoliating, whether through too frequent scrubbing or layering acids too often, can strip the skin of its protective barrier. You might notice redness, flaking, or a tight burning sensation when that happens. That's your skin telling you it's overwhelmed. Healthy exfoliation should leave your skin glowing, not raw. Most people only need to exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week. The key is paying attention to your skin's response and adjusting accordingly. It's not about sticking to a rigid schedule, it's about listening. Another common mistake is exfoliating without preparing or protecting the skin afterward. Always start with a clean face so that the exfoliant can work directly on the skin and not on top of dirt or makeup. And always follow up with hydration. Exfoliation makes your skin more receptive to moisture and treatment products, but it also leaves it slightly more vulnerable. A soothing moisturizer or a serum with hyaluronic acid helps calm and replenish the skin after exfoliation, locking in that renewed glow while maintaining balance. If you exfoliate during the day, sunscreen is non-negotiable. Newly exposed skin cells are more sensitive to UV damage, and skipping sun protection can undo all your progress. There's also a mental shift that comes with understanding exfoliation. It's not a punishment for your skin, it's a reset. You're not scrubbing away imperfections. You're encouraging your skin to function at its best. And when you start to see it that way, the process becomes less about control and more about care. Every gentle motion, every carefully chosen ingredient is a message to your skin. I'm helping you do what you already know how to do. When exfoliation becomes a thoughtful part of your routine instead of a rushed or aggressive step, everything else starts to fall into place. Your pores stay clearer, your treatments absorb better, and your skin tone looks more even and radiant. It's one of the simplest yet most transformative steps you can take, as long as you do it with intention. Because real improvement doesn't come from how hard you scrub, it comes from how well you understand your skin and how consistently you treat it with respect. When it comes to deep facial cleansing, one of the most misunderstood parts of the process is extraction. Everyone's seen those satisfying moments where blackheads or clogged pores are removed, and it's tempting to think you can just squeeze them out at home and be done with it. But extractions aren't about force, they're about precision, preparation, and patience. Doing it the right way can clear out congestion safely and leave your skin looking smoother and brighter, but doing it the wrong way can lead to irritation, scarring, or even infections. That's why understanding how to properly prepare the skin before any extraction makes all the difference between helping and harming your complexion. The key to safe extraction begins with steam. Steaming helps soften the top layer of your skin and loosens the debris sitting inside your pores, making it much easier to remove impurities without unnecessary pressure. You don't need fancy equipment to do it. Just a bowl of hot water and a towel can work perfectly. The goal isn't to burn your skin or sit there for 20 minutes. A few gentle minutes are enough to open things up slightly and make the process more comfortable. Steam not only prepares the pores but also boosts circulation, helping your skin look more radiant and plump afterward. It's a small step that sets the tone for everything that follows. Once the pores are softened, the next step is to approach extraction with care and control. Your hands should be clean, your nails trimmed, and ideally, you'd be using a tissue or sterile cotton pads for protection. Applying light, even pressure around the clogged pore, not directly on top of it, helps coax the buildup out instead of forcing it deeper. It should never hurt or cause the skin to break. If a blackhead doesn't budge easily, that's your cue to stop and try again another day. Forcing it only drives bacteria deeper and can lead to inflammation or long-term scarring. Think of extraction like guiding something out gently, not squeezing it into submission. For those who prefer tools, a come-down extractor can be helpful when used correctly, but it's not something to use blindly. The metal loop is designed to apply even pressure around the pore, not dig into it. Always sanitize your tool before and after each use, and never drag it across your skin. Slow, deliberate motions are key. A clean environment, steady hands, and good lighting all make a difference. If you ever feel unsure, it's better to leave it alone and let a professional handle it. A well-done extraction leaves the skin slightly pink, never red, swollen, or damaged. After extractions, your skin deserves calm and care. This is where many people make another mistake. They forget that freshly cleared pores are vulnerable. Applying a gentle toner or a mild antiseptic solution can help remove any leftover bacteria and minimize irritation. Follow that with a hydrating serum or a soothing mask to help your skin recover and rebalance. Aloe vera, niacinamide, or green tea extracts are great choices because they reduce inflammation while supporting healing. You want your skin to feel refreshed, not raw. Hydration at this stage isn't just about comfort. It helps restore your barrier and prevents the pores from closing up with dryness or irritation. Now, while doing this at home can be safe with the right technique, there are times when it's best to step back and let a professional take over. Deep or inflamed pimples, cystic acne, or clusters of stubborn blackheads are better treated with sterile tools and trained hands. Professionals know how to handle delicate areas, minimize trauma, and extract without leaving marks. Sometimes it's not about doing it yourself. It's about knowing when to let someone else do it right. The skin remembers everything you do to it, so every gentle, careful touch adds up over time, just like every harsh squeeze or careless extraction leaves its mark. The other part of extraction that people don't often talk about is what happens afterward. Once you've cleaned and calmed the skin, you need to protect your progress. Avoid touching your face, picking at leftover spots, or layering on heavy makeup right away. Your pores need time to settle, and your skin needs to breathe. This is when your cleansing routine, your exfoliation schedule, and your hydration habits all come together to maintain those results. Clean pores don't stay clean by luck, they stay that way because of consistent care. The beauty of safe extractions is that they bring immediate satisfaction while building long-term health. When done properly, you're not just removing a blackhead, you're helping your skin renew itself in a way that feels good and looks even better. The glow that follows isn't just from what's been taken out, but from how gently and intelligently it's been done. Because the truth is, real clarity comes not from squeezing your skin into submission, but from learning to treat it with skill, patience, and respect. One of the biggest misconceptions people have when dealing with acne or blackheads is thinking that drying out their skin will somehow make things better. You've probably seen it. Someone starts breaking out and suddenly they're using every drying toner, alcohol heavy spot treatment, or harsh cleanser they can find. For a few days, it might even look like it's working, but soon after, the skin becomes red, flaky, and even oilier. That's because the skin's natural instinct is to protect itself. When it's stripped of moisture, it fights back by producing more oil to compensate, leading right back to clogged pores and breakouts. The real secret to long-term clear skin isn't fighting your skin, it's working with it. And that means finding the balance between treatment and hydration. Your skin is like a smart, self-regulating system that constantly looks for equilibrium. Acne treatments like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or retinoids are incredibly effective because they target the root causes of breakouts, clog pores, bacteria, and excess oil. But they can also disrupt your skin barrier if you're not careful, leaving it dry and sensitive. That's why pairing those treatments with hydration isn't just helpful, it's essential. Hydration doesn't weaken your treatment, it supports it. It keeps your skin resilient enough to handle active ingredients and recover from the irritation they might cause. When your skin is properly hydrated, it functions better. The cells renew more efficiently, inflammation stays under control, and your natural oil production evens out. Think of hydration as your skin's buffer. It softens the blow of stronger treatments while ensuring that your skin doesn't overreact. A lightweight moisturizer with ingredients like hyaluronic acid, ceramides, or glycerin can work wonders. They draw water into the skin and lock it in without clogging pores. For acne-prone skin, this is a game changer because hydration helps calm redness and flackiness, allowing your treatments to do their job without unnecessary irritation. It's also important to remember that oily skin can still be dehydrated. People often confuse oil with moisture, but they're not the same thing. Oil is what your skin produces, while moisture is what it needs. When your skin lacks water, it signals the glands to produce even more oil. Thinking that's the solution, that's how dehydration leads to oiliness, and oiliness leads to more blackheads and breakouts. So instead of trying to remove every trace of oil, the focus should be on keeping the skin's moisture levels balanced. Once you restore that balance, your skin naturally becomes less reactive and more predictable. After cleansing and treatment steps, hydration acts like the final seal that keeps everything working in harmony. It locks in the benefits of your products while protecting your skin from environmental stressors like pollution and temperature changes. If you've ever used acne treatments and felt that stinging or tight sensation afterward, that's your skin telling you it needs comfort. Hydrating products are like a safety net. They help your skin bounce back quickly and prevent the irritation from turning into peeling, sensitivity, or redness. Even oily and acne-prone skin needs that extra layer of care to heal and strengthen over time. Another thing to consider is timing. When applying active treatments and moisturizers, the order matters. Treatments go first because they need direct access to your skin to work effectively. Once those have absorbed, your moisturizer comes next to seal everything in. It's like setting the foundation before putting up the walls. Each step supports the next. Using a hydrating serum before your moisturizer can also amplify the results, especially if you live in a dry climate or use strong acne products regularly. A balanced routine makes your skin more tolerant, less inflamed, and more capable of repairing itself from within. What many people forget is that healthy skin isn't just about removing problems, it's about maintaining stability. You want skin that doesn't panic at every change in weather, stress, or product. Hydration is what builds that stability. When your moisture barrier is intact, your treatments work better and your breakouts become less severe. It's the quiet, often overlooked step that makes everything else more effective. Balancing treatment and hydration is like teaching your skin how to stay calm while you guide it back to health. You're training it to handle active ingredients without flaring up, to stay soft without feeling greasy, and to glow without being irritated. Once you strike that balance, you stop chasing temporary fixes and start building lasting results. Because the truth is, skin that's hydrated heals faster, responds better, and simply looks healthier. And that's the kind of balance that turns clear skin from a goal into a lasting reality. The one thing that often separates people who achieve clear, healthy skin from those who keep struggling is consistency. You can have the best products, follow the right steps, and do everything by the book. But if you're not consistent, your skin never really gets the chance to catch up. Skin doesn't transform overnight. It responds to what you do day after day, week after week. The small habits you repeat matter far more than the big changes you try for a few days and then abandon. Consistency isn't glamorous, but it's the backbone of real results. Every step you take in your routine, cleansing, exfoliating, treating, hydrating, builds on the one before it. When you skip or rush these steps, your skin doesn't have the stability it needs to heal and renew itself properly. Imagine trying to train your body at the gym, but only showing up once a week. You wouldn't expect to see much progress. Your skin works the same way. It thrives on rhythm and routine. When you're consistent, your skin learns to balance its oil production, strengthen its barrier, and regulate itself. That's how you move from temporary improvements to lasting change. What's interesting is how much your lifestyle outside of skincare also shapes your results. Stress, sleep, diet, and hygiene play a much bigger role than most people realize. When you're under constant stress, your body produces more cortisol, which triggers oil production and inflammation, two key factors in acne and blackheads. Lack of sleep slows down cell renewal, making your complexion look dull and tired. While poor diet and dehydration affect the skin from the inside out, you can't separate your skin from your overall health. They're part of the same system. Taking care of your body is just another form of taking care of your skin. Simple things make a real difference. Changing your pillowcases often, keeping your phone clean, avoiding touching your face throughout the day. These are small details that prevent bacteria and oil from building up. Even something as basic as drinking enough water can help your skin maintain elasticity and stay hydrated from within. And of course, protecting your skin from the sun is non-negotiable. No matter how good your routine is, UV damage can undo it faster than anything else. Daily sunscreen isn't just about avoiding burns, it's about preventing premature aging, pigmentation, and inflammation that make breakouts worse. Another part of consistency is patience. We live in a world that wants quick fixes, overnight mask, instant detoxes, 1-week miracle serums, but skin doesn't operate on that timeline. It works in cycles, typically around 28 days, and it needs time to show visible changes. If you start a new product, give your skin at least a month before deciding whether it's working. Jumping from one product to another too quickly only confuses your skin and can lead to irritation or imbalance. Real transformation takes commitment. You have to trust the process long enough for your skin to adapt and respond. That's not to say you should ignore your skin's signals. Consistency doesn't mean pushing through irritation or breakouts in the name of discipline. It means being steady but also adaptable. If something clearly isn't right, you adjust gently, not drastically. The goal is progress, not perfection. Skin health isn't a straight line, it's a journey with ups and downs. What matters is that you keep showing up for it every day, even on the days when it doesn't look its best. Building a skincare routine that lasts also means making it simple enough to stick to. You don't need 10 steps or a shelf full of products. You need a few that truly work for your skin and a schedule you can realistically maintain. The more sustainable your routine, the more consistent you'll be. And over time, that steady care compounds, leading to results that last far longer than anything a quick fix can offer. At the end of the day, your skin reflects how you treat it and how consistently you do so. The glow, the clarity, the confidence you're after all come from showing your skin a little attention day after day. It's about building trust between you and your skin, teaching it to stay balanced, and giving it what it needs to thrive. Because clear, healthy skin isn't a single moment. It's the result of steady care, patient habits, and the belief that progress is always possible when you stick with it.